Finally.
Finally. We're finally going to get to the top of the backswing.
Oh, finally. That's the only reason why I signed up for this damn thing.
Because we all want results, right? Right now.
Yes, Amazon Prime. Get it here today.
Yep.
Top of the backswing is absolutely crucial because if you don't get to the right place, it's hard to get back to the right place. Or said differently, if you don't start in the right place, it's hard to end in the right place.
Absolutely. I see it all the time. People come in and ask me, hey, why is my body not doing? Well, it can't because the club's not in the place where your body can do anything. All it has to do is hold on for dear life as you fling the club from the top because you're nowhere near where you need to be for rotation to occur. Happens all the time.
Right. So this is a perfect example of helping your body work more efficiently. When you can get to the exact right position every single time in the top of the backswing, then all you have to do is undo it. The problem is when we get to these manipulated positions, then our brain has to unmanipulate it to get back to the ball.
Yep, absolutely. So set up for me. So we're going to build upon the steps we just did. So we're going to do the takeaway, halfway back. Good. You should feel your glutes and core there. We have proper extension. Now here's the next key. As we take the club the rest of the way to the top of the backswing and the right arm folds and we hinge the club, we're also going to keep turning our chest. Perfect.
So I feel so much core activation right now versus what most people feel is just the arm.
Just the arms picked up. If you do, most people when they get to the halfway back position and continue to the top won't do anything to lift their arms. That doesn't do anything. Whatever you do in the backswing, you have to undo to get back to the ball. So if your first move is to lift your arms from the top of the backswing, your first move down is going to be to bring them back down. And that starts the process of casting your hands. The sequencing is all out of order there. The chest has to continue rotation as we get to the top. So I know Jake. Jake is a very fit guy. He's pretty flexible. Not as flexible as I am, but he's pretty flexible, right? This position's hard to stay in, isn't it?
It is very hard to stay in.
Exactly. So if it's very difficult for you to statically stay in, what are the chances that people at home are doing that on the golf course?
Almost 0% chance.
Almost zero. It's just not going to happen. Your body is built to do things as easy as it can get away with, unless you force it to, right?
Right. So I'm guilty of this, guilty as charged, that prior to us working together and Case really trying to make my swing more efficient, I was just trying to get away with it. Just manipulate it, be an athlete, and just get away with hitting the golf ball and advancing it down the fairway. As we started going through this, I'm going, oh my goodness, this feels way different in a good way.
Right. It should feel very powerful.
Extremely
It
powerful.
should feel repeatable because it's a very
feeling.
easy movement, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't feel too difficult. Good. I really, really like this position. There's a lot of things that you are going to notice here. Like I said, extension, where the arms are, hands are in front of the chest. That's a very Butch Harmon-esque thing. So a lot of you should probably know that already, or at least attempt to, well, at least have heard it before. This is an explanation of what that means.
Yes.
That way, that when we start rotating down, our hands are already in front of our chest so we can rotate. And we don't have to put them there first.
Good.
Good?
Yes.
Awesome. The next thing at the top of the backswing we need to discuss is where your hands physically are in the arm. Sometimes, like me and Jake have worked on before with him, will you set up for me? I want you to take it like straight up instead of rotating. Yeah. So a lot of you will get into this position and think it's right. How much muscle activation do you feel here?
I feel my left shoulder and my right glute. Nothing in my core, really.
Exactly. From this position, there's no way to rotate the body and get back to the ball. The only thing you can do is throw your hands and pray.
Flip at it.
Exactly. Same thing, the opposite, taking it way too far inside. If it's way back in there, the only thing you can do is kind of rotate and throw your hands and pray the club face is kind of square. That is why it's imperative that you do these things in steps. If you start with the foam roller and the takeaway, and build upon that rotation to the top of the backswing, you literally cannot have the club in the wrong place. Right?
Yes.
So that's why it's super important to not start here. If you started here, go back to the takeaway and watch that first. That way we can get this down in the proper order.
Good.
Good.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Yeah.